jacket, but he wore it better than anybody. He is one of the best-loved TV stars and people ever. He's got a new bestseller. It's called Being Henry, The Fonz and Beyond. Say hello to the wonderful and only Henry Winkler. Two of you guys here together.
This
It's exciting.
is like a dream.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
I want to just say something. Don't look at me, all right?
You find, Henry, nowadays that people mention Adam to you as much as they would, like Ron Howard or any of them?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
The Waterboy was a very important reemergence for me. You know, when I finished The Fonz, I could not get hired, really, as an actor.
Right.
This was a very important yes.
Do you think when you heard that drunken lad from under the table say a toast to the Fonz, that's the moment where things really started to kick back into gear?
Well, I want to say that it was a great moment. I got nauseous when he said it, but I had a lot of steak. But, it was my pleasure. What did we have fun or what?
It was the greatest time. You, Ken, remember you learned how to fish on that movie?
I did bass fishing.
Bass fishing.
Mr. Reed,
Jerry Reed,
took me bass fishing at 3 a.m, hurtling down the highway in Florida.
Yeah.
And I learned also to smoke a cigar.
Yes.
Because of you.
Oh, don't say that.
Oh, no. I did not learn.
Nobody learned nothing from
No.
it.
But you know what? You were just so generous. You gave it to me. And I'll tell you what was amazing. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
When you do a movie with Adam, he wants you to be the most comfortable you could be. At lunch, there was a pasta bar.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
3 different, the Gallo, was it?
This is what you remember from the movie?
Yeah.
That there was a pasta bar at lunch? There you go. There you guys are together.
Oh, man,
look at that.
That's
Wow.
it, Henry.
There. We always had a pasta bar at lunch.
Ah, that's right, buddy.
You know, I learned not to question Adam. He said, you wear these red heels, talk on a phone that is not connected.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And you're in an afro.
That's right.
And I said, why? He said, I don't know.
It was a fantasy.
Some things you don't really need to explain, though, right?
Man.
Yeah.
It's so nice to see you.
It's nice to see you. I really enjoyed the book. As I mentioned to you, there's so many great things in the book. Can I ask you about one thing?
Yes.
Remember I told you how, I know this is like a little weird thing. There's a story in the book. Have you read this book yet? Okay,
don't be mad at me.
You got to read the book.
No, I didn't read it yet because
But you can listen to it on Audible.
Is it you talking?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah.
It's like I'm reading you a bedtime story.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of sex stuff, but there is a little something.
Yeah.
And that something is, you were with an actress, and you don't name who that person is.
Right.
The next morning, you're feeling very good about yourself. You leave her apartment, and she says what to you?
Oh, by the way, you are a selfish lover.
Whoa!
And I want to tell you something. That was... I didn't know what she meant. And I didn't know what my responsibilities were.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
As a lover.
As an anything. That's why it's called Being Henry, from the Fonz and to beyond. Because at that time, I was not whole. I was not fully... I was like a cupcake. You put the toothpick in to make sure it's all baked. Mine was not baked. I was unbaked.
And so you put the toothpick in, and she said you were a selfish lover.
That was good.
Thank you.
Very nice.
I would like to say I put the whole box in, but, you know. Thank you.
You were very nice to invite me and my wife to dinner at your house.
Yes.
Not nice.
And we had a great time.
We had a
beautiful meal.
You brought a basket of vegetables from your garden.
That's right, that I grew in my garden.
And we didn't want to eat them. We wanted just to save them because they were from Jim.
Laminate those and you'll have them forever.
We almost did.
Well, one of the things I learned about you, and I hope you don't mind me sharing this, is that you have a crowbar in every room of your house.
I do.
Yes, please explain why, because I think this is a great tip for people.
I think it is very important that in a city that shakes, you are prepared.
Right.
And we have heavy gloves, a hard hat.
For each of you.
A flashlight.
Right.
And a crowbar, because what happens if...
Poo-poo.
Poo-poo-poo.
Yes.
All of a sudden there is a... And the door shifts.
That's right.
And now you can't open it.
Yeah.
You got the crowbar.
How many total crowbars would you say you have in your house?
9.
That's crowbar.
smart, man.
Now, Fonzie would just go like, boom, like this, and the door would fly open.
It was so true.
Yeah.
And if you have a man named Fred with a rope on the door behind the scene, you can knock on the door.
But if you're Fredless...
It's true. The greatest thing, hitting the building, and all the lights went on.
Oh, yeah, that was amazing, buddy. Yeah.
Well, this is the book. It's called Henry Winkler, Being Henry. Hey, let's take another break.
Yes.
We'll chat a little bit more. Henry
I
Winkler
wanna.
is
Let's
with us.
take it.
We'll be right back. Adam Sandler and Henry Winkler. This is Henry's book. It's called Being Henry. It is a New York Times bestseller. It is right up there at the top of the list. This is unbelievable.
I was told that I would never achieve.
You really were told that.
Yes, I really was.
Yes.
Yeah.
And here we are on the New York Times bestseller.
That's big.
I know you spoke about this before. Dyslexia, you didn't know about it until you were in your 30s?
See, here's the thing. I've said this before. We just came off a 10-city tour, and we get to be here for Thanksgiving. And happy holiday.
Happy holidays, everybody.
I understand that my parents came from another country. I understand they learned a new language.
Yes.
I understand that my father started a business.
Yes.
But what I will never reckon with, when you have a child, they are not an extension of who you are. And when you see a child having a problem, whether you know the name of that problem, whether you know what it is or not, your job is to make sure that that child feels better about having that problem and not call them stupid.
Right, which your father did,
And mother.
And mother. And
I
your
think that my
teachers,
parents actually were feral.
your teachers were tough. You had a teacher for real named Miss Adolf.
I'm telling you.
Miss Adolf.
She was related.
It's kind of seemed like maybe she was. Boy, would she be surprised that you've written this, huh?
Holy mackerel.
Happy Days. You came up with A and...
my other word.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa. How did you come up with that?
I loved horseback riding at that time. I can no longer mount a horse. So, no, I mean ride. I just realized what that sounded
You're a selfish rider.
But because I'm small, I'm a light rider.
Yeah.
Okay, so, it came from my favorite sport at the time, horseback riding.
And you thought, I'll work this into this character. It's unbelievable.
You do what you know.
What about Sit on It?
That was the writers. They came up with it.
One of my favorite things is that scene at the beginning of the Happy Days where you look at your hair in the mirror and you're about to, then you don't, and then you do that move.
Yeah. That was the very first day, and they said, your character goes to the mirror and combs his hair. And I did not want to do that. I wanted to be original.
Oh, that's cool.
So I said to the director, I'll do anything, but I can't do that. And he said, oh, yes, you can. Not only are you getting paid, but it's written.
And this is your first real TV show.
I walk to the mirror, I pull out that comb, and I go, hey, look at that. I don't have to. It's perfect.
It's the best.
Yeah.
You also might now be like the second most famous Kansas City Chiefs fan in America.
Yes.
After, of course, Taylor Swift.
Yes.
And you're not dating any of the players, though.
I am not dating the players. But, you know, I love Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm not a great sports person, but I love the way he plays.
Amazing.
And he is so improvisational.
Yes.
And he plays with such joy.
Oh, yeah, man.
So I said that to Rich Eisen.
Yeah, Rich Eisen.
Rich Eisen played it for him, the segment.
Oh, wow.
And then I was invited to go to the stadium.
Aha.
And I'm standing, can I stand up? I'm standing on the field. And I'm just waiting, and all of a sudden, this behemoth comes running at me, and he said, "I have a surprise for you." And he gave me his jersey signed.
That's cool. That's real nice.
I wore it during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
A little snug, but I think that's why they won.
Yeah, you brought up, you did it.
Unbelievable. Now you're friendly with Patrick?
No.
No.
But I invited him to dinner.
Oh, yeah?
And just as he's running off to play the game, he turned around and he said, "I'm going to take you up on that dinner."
Wow,
And he ran off to play and win the game. Can I just say,
Yeah.
Patrick, you are a fibber.
Oh, you haven't had dinner.
It's coming.
Well, when he finds out how many crowbars you have in your home, I feel like...
He will feel safe. But don't you think you should be prepared?
I think, you know what? Maybe as soon as the season's over, he'll come right over for dinner.
He's busy for a little bit. He's gonna come. Yeah.
Why are we making excuses for Patrick? Patrick, eat dinner with the man, for God's sake. He's Fonzie. He probably doesn't even know that. He's like 25.
He's 24.
Yeah.
25.
Well, this is the book. It's great. If you love the TV and great stories, there it is. Being Henry, the Fonz and Beyond.
The
Henry
best.
Winkler, everybody. Adam Sandler, everybody. Thank you for being here, gentlemen. We'll be right